Oh yeah, we got some things in this episode, man. But this is your boy, man. Welcome to the channel where anime and manga means more. And this time we're reviewing One Piece episode 570. Now this is gonna be quick because all I'm gonna do is, cause not it's only basically this episode was like some revelations of bunch of talks, just a couple of little. It's only a couple little action scenes, so I'm gonna go ahead and just basically skip most of that, except for what a brief description of what I liked and whatnot, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into the conversation. So anyway, Robin, Robin was talking to Neptune, and what's his name? Caribou overheard. That's one thing. Next, Caribou is trying to kidnap the princess. Then after that, we got what you calling it? Oh man, this was funny. Hody and his boys, like his boys, was in this jail cell, this prison cell, and turns out the energy steroids was some kind of ancient pills or something like that. They had some unknown side effects. I don't know if they was ancient, but they were old. They were old, but they had some kind of side effects. They might. I don't know exactly. It might have been a failed experiment by Vegapunk or something. I don't know. But anyway, they make you old. You get strong, but then you become old. And he's like inside the cell. And he said these bars can't stop him. He goes to pull him apart. His wrist just popped. His wrist popped. Oh man, that was so funny. And then as soon as he backed up away from the cell, his back popped. They were all in there just falling out. That was funny. Anyway, what you call him? Caribou was trying to get he's trying to get paid and cash in and all that kind of stuff. So he's kidnapping mermaids and stuff like that. But when he finds out about the queen, I mean not the queen, the princess Shirahoshi, he says, man, like that's the big one. When he found out that she's Poseidon, I'll just kidnap her. He got beat by the Luffy, launched him out of the castle. Nami found out that he's was still in the treasure, and she basically sends Zoro, Luffy, Sanji, after Caribou to procure that the treasure. But the crazy thing is this. I messed up. Anyway, Jinbei had a conversation with the Straw Hats before that, but I'm gonna get into that later on. But anyway, after that, Big Mam's boys show up. That's right. One of the four Yonko. Her boys show up. She's extorting the island, and they give her candy and she protects it. They don't have her candy. Why? Because the factory was destroyed, and Luffy and the rest of the little bit of candy that was left, Luffy and them got it. So now it's like they don't have any way of paying her. But anyway, to get into the conversation, what happened is Shirahoshi is Poseidon. Jinbei explained what happened, in the world, that Luffy should be known as the captain of the Straw Hats. Aki Inu and Akiji were both candidates to becoming the fleet admirals, basically taking Sengoku's spot because Sengoku left. Akiji was supposed to be the first one, to take Sengoku's place. But it's people in the Marines that like Aki Inu. Basically, you got absolute justice versus, what you call him, Aki Inu, who's pretty much loose. He let some criminals get away, stuff like that. He wasn't, too strict. So I guess certain people didn't like him. So Aki Inu was the next candidate. Akiji, I don't know if he really wanted the job, but he damn sure didn't want, Aki Inu to have it. He know that Aki Inu would act a fool. He'll flip out. So they had a fight to determine who, would be the fleet admiral. They had it on this island, and I mean, it was bananas. 10 days worth of fighting, hardcore. Both, fighting to within an inch of their lives, and Aki Inu came out on top, just like we all expected. Aki Inu was the strongest of the admirals. We all know that. They might be close, in strength, but Aki Inu's the strongest, and he busted, Akiji up. Anyway, Akiji left the Marines. I guess he can't live, with that, absolute justice, controlling, because now Aki Inu is one of the is the fleet admiral. Anyway, They restructured, you know, the Marines and stuff like that. They moved G5 and stuff like that. And the other thing that happened was Blackbeard is one of the 4 Yonkus now. Oh man. Now the thing about it is he was in Whitebeard's crew. He knows Whitebeard's, you know, territory. So he knew the ins and out of it very well. And he had Whitebeard's powers and stuff like that. He used Whitebeard's power to quickly run right through his territory and take over, basically making him the next Yonku. He's got to be the weakest one out of all of them. He's got to be. But from what we know, since he's collecting devil fruit powers and stuff like that, they said that they were collecting devil fruit powers. So I don't think that Blackbeard's going to have, you know, a ton of fruit powers, but his team will all have powers. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that he's giving it to everybody. You know, it's not just all going to him. Anyway, but with him being able to do that, and you know, and him knowing the ins and outs and stuff by being in Whitebeard's crew, he's going to quickly get to their level. Now, the next thing that happens is, what you call them, Big Mam's crew shows up, and Luffy ate their candy. So that might be problematic, man. I'm telling you. It's a few good things that are getting ready to happen, you know, from this point on, because if you watch the manga. But with what's his name, Blackbeard collecting all these fruits and whatnot, I don't know like what's the limits of it, you know, whether he's gonna, you know, have infinite amounts of devil fruits or whatever. But Luffy's gonna have a problem. And another thing is, since he's getting this conflict, it's this conflict going on with Big Mom and what's it called, Fishman Island. Where's Luffy gonna wind up in there? And we already seen what you call Luffy's strength or whatever. I think what's gonna happen is Luffy and the team is gonna basically be like the Grand Line. They're gonna get messed up and they're gonna have to keep training to get stronger. Why? Because the New World's that much stronger. Even though they gotten way stronger. It's like the New World is so strong, they gonna have to fight extra hard. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna basically be like the Grand Line all over again, except with stronger, you know, opponents. Overall, this episode was just real good. Why? Because it was funny, and we got all this information and stuff like that to end off this kind of lackluster of an arc. It's not the arc. I don't think the arc was bad. All them guys that keep talking about that, you know, that nonsense about, oh, we didn't get this, we didn't get that. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't really that good. It was just okay. So it was kind of lackluster. But we ended it off with a lot of good revelations. So I gotta say this episode was real good. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Rate the video and subscribe. And I'm out. Peace.